Family, what's up with it? Man, hey, what's up with it, man? This is Junior. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate it. Man, I just wanted to get in here real quick. I'm out here moving and shaking in these sub-degree temperatures. I think it might be like negative 2, -3 in Ohio, where I am. Moving and grooving though. That's some things I'm trying to get done. But I wanted to pop in here real quick, man. I said I was gonna start doing more with trying to maximize my time, as well as still providing you all with some dope content. So that's just kind of where we are right now. Man, no turn signal or nothing. But man, I just realized that I'm looking at, President Trump is in office now. Of course, everybody's, in an uproar. Those people who, are celebrating the fact that he's back in office. Other people who are still opposing that he's back in office. And, it seems like people are intent on, going all out with whatever side of the aisle they might be on. But I'm looking at it from a different standpoint, and my standpoint is, with all of this noise and all of this, hoopla and everything that's going on, at what point do we get back to our code, man? You know what I'm saying? Do people even have codes anymore? You feel me? And if you do have a code, at what point do you really get back to being on your code? At what point do you have a code, a compass, a moral compass, or a code of ethics, or your values and what it is that you actually believe in? What do you believe in? You know what I'm saying? People be all over the place, man. I hear people believing in family, you know what I mean? But then they support politics that are anti-family. I hear people that, talk about, or support, progressive ideology, but then their politics suggest that they're not in support of progressive ideology. Like, it's just, people are all over the place, and I'm just trying to figure out at what point, do we get back to our code? For me as a man, one thing that I honor is I'm all about manhood. I'm all about my family. I'm all about, my relationship with the Creator. I'm all about honoring those that came before me. And I'm really very serious about with regard to my bloodline and my lineage. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, for me, none of this stuff that takes place takes precedence over that. And I say this all the time, but I'm really under the old law when it comes to the way that I operate. You know what I mean? I try to be intentional with being a man and acting and modeling the men that raised me. And at what point do we get back to that? At one point, do you get back to your word meaning something? Right now, people say anything. Like, people say anything. You see it all throughout the world. You see it in media. You see it in, in entertainment. You see it, like, when we dealing with social media or YouTube and, all of that stuff. Like, you see it. You see people say anything. You feel me? And at what point do you have to stand on the stuff that you say? And at what point, are you intentional with the things that come out your mouth? At what point does your word mean something? If you say you're going to do something, then you should be doing it. At what point do we get back to that? And I just think, these are my thoughts, you know what I mean? Just at what point do we fundamentally get back to our code and our operations? For the women folks, like, at what point do you get back to the family? You know what I mean? I know women are out and they're accomplishing things and they're doing, remarkable things that haven't been done before, and so on and so forth. But at what point do we get back to, or is family even a thing? Is that even on your list of things to do anymore? You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear the arguments all the time about men and women, and, women not being able to find men and so on and so forth. But a lot of men look at women like, the family structure and building a family doesn't seem to be on the list of things to do. It's more so about achievements and accolades and you know, salaries and so on and so forth. And it seems that, you know, a fruitful relationship might be on the back burner, and it might be, you know, it might come second to that stuff. But these are just my thoughts. At what point do we actually get back to our codes, man? At what point do we get back to figuring out what things, figuring out how to operate underneath our code? I don't even know if this is making sense. I'm actually about to stop talking because I'm kind of just rambling in my thoughts. So hopefully, and I'm literally gonna upload this. This gonna be raw, unedited, just like this. But these are the thoughts that plague me, like, you know what I mean? Because I'm so intentional with myself and discovering myself, and I'm just realizing these things about myself, and I'm understanding the power of me being and operating in my authenticity, like me really truly being my authentic self. And so me recognizing who I am authentically and recognizing, you know, what I believe in, what makes me comfortable, what makes me uncomfortable, and the ways that in which I need to operate to stay in agreement with myself. And so I don't know, man, like, I don't even know what to say no more. Man, I'm out of here. Salute to y'all, man. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate it. It's JuniorTheTruth signing off, man. I'm a hardborn player, mate. If you don't know anything else about me at the end of the day, I got to keep pushing, baby.